Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of Mini Mogo Evolution. I'm Blue Cool Nux.
And I'm Kian Farrad of KJF Enterprises Incorporated. Today, we're going to take a look at the logos used for one of the most underrated subsidiaries of the Warner Brothers Entertainment family.
That's right, Kian. We're talking about Castle Rock Entertainment.
The story of Castle Rock Entertainment began on June 19th, or Juneteenth, of 1987. It was on this day that the company was founded by 5 key people: Rob Reiner, Martin Schaefer, Andy Scheinman, Glenn Padnick, and Alan Horn. The company's name is derived from the fictional Maine town of Castle Rock, the setting for many novels by Stephen King. The company was granted this name after Reiner's film Stand By Me, based on King's novella The Body, was met with critical acclaim. Castle Rock's first release under this new name was Winter People in 1989, but they had no on-screen identity until July 14th of that year with the release of When Harry Met Sally. Castle Rock's films were co-financed by Nelson Entertainment, an American subsidiary of Nelson Holdings International, prior to 1991, when they were absorbed into New Line Cinema, who took over their duties shortly afterwards.
On December 22nd of 1993, Castle Rock was acquired by the Turner Entertainment Company, and would later become part of Time Warner when Turner merged into them on October 10th of 1996. Castle Rock would then be integrated into Warner Bros. Entertainment in 1997. Unfortunately, things started going downhill for Castle Rock after multiple box office failures, leading to the company's physical production department being folded into Warner Bros. In April of 2002. The Castle Rock name and logo did still appear on films that were produced after this had passed, specifically those made by Rob Reiner himself, but only with special permission provided by the heads of the company. This would have been the end of Castle Rock, but out of nowhere, the company was revived as a full-fledged production unit on October 19th of 2021, and future productions from the company will be handled by them and Warner Bros. As part of a first-look deal between the two.
Can you believe it, folks? For the first time ever in this series, we have a company with less than 3 logos on their backlog. Castle Rock has only had 2 fully animated logos thus far, though it's unconfirmed whether or not the company's revival will present a new logo. Both of Castle Rock's existing logos contain one key element: the harbor. Their first logo, nicknamed, well, you can probably guess, was introduced on July 14th of 1989 and was retired July 29th of 1994, just after 5 years of use. There is a variant where the end part of the logo's music is slightly different. The capture we have of this is PAL-pitched. I'd also like to mention this still placeholder version that would be exclusively seen at the end of television programs produced by the company. This placeholder predates the theatrical logo by almost a full year. Moving back to the original, this ain't half bad for 1989. The animation, despite being a little shaky, is very nicely crafted, and the music is nice and calming. In fact, here's a bit of trivia about this logo's concept. In an interview, Reiner said that the harbor design was an allegory of the company's image. They allowed creative talents to make their projects with more freedom than the major Hollywood studios would allow. He calls this safe harbor, hence the logo's concept and design. And it was this analogy and the company's nurturing of such free talent, especially with Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David, that made Castle Rock one of the most successful production companies of the 1990s.
This logo would be updated on September 23rd of 1994, giving us the Harbor 2. It's safe to assume that this logo is still in use, as it's appeared on many films that were produced and released after their original production studio was folded, with the latest appearance being on the documentary Albert Brooks Defending My Life, released on November 11th of 2023. Although, due to the aforementioned revival, it's also possible that this logo may be retired. This logo has 6 versions, all with different bylines. The first one we're going to take a look at has no byline at all. There is a variant with an early fade-out. This variant also has the opening dialogue to the film.
I think there comes a time in all of our lives.
The next version has a Turner Company byline. We have 3 variants of this version, and one has the previous logo's musical arrangement. One has the opening to the film, and one is preceded by the 1992 Roadshow Television logo. This combination appeared on a 1998 TV airing of The Shawshank Redemption on WIN television in Australia. The Turner byline was later updated to incorporate Turner's corporate typeface and the Turner logo. We have 2 videos of this, and one is in PAL pitch.
The next 2 videos have an early Time Warner byline. One of these has the opening to a film, but we have silenced this variant due to copyright concerns. Up next, we have an AOL Time Warner byline. And the final 2 videos have an updated Time Warner byline. This time, Time Warner appears in its corporate font. Once again, one of these has the opening to its film, although said opening is very quiet.
You know what? I'm gonna be the one to say it. This is a fantastic update to the previous logo. The modernized animation and breathtaking musical rearrangement improve upon the previous design in every way. And it holds up perfectly nowadays. In fact, I won't be surprised if they actually keep using this for their future productions.
Couldn't have put it together myself, Bluester. You can tell that the guys at Castle Rock don't hold back when it comes to giving a good first impression. In fact, I'm surprised more of their films don't get as much attention, especially The Polar Express and Lord of the Flies. I don't know, I'm grasping at straws here. And thus ends our journey for today's MLE. I think I could speak for both of us when I say, while we may not have covered so many logos, the two that we have available, coupled with their many variants, is honestly all that we really needed here.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, Kian. Also, it's kind of funny how this episode was uploaded on Juneteenth, isn't it?
The timing is immaculate. You know what? More power to you on that one, Bluester. Now I gotta get back to pulling a BFDIA on my Destination Films logo blooper series. You'll be there for that too, right?
Oh yeah, as soon as I can.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Well, I gotta get going now. See you next time, everybody.
Alright, see you later, Kian. Well, with all that being taken care of, we can solidly conclude this hefty episode of Mini Logo Evolution. Happy birthday, Castle Rock Entertainment. You deserve it. Thank you all again for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Stay cool.